Apple's influence in the world of smartphone audio accessories is undoubted at this point. There is absolutely no denying either where Urbanista took design cues for the recently released London earbuds. But that said, are they any good? Thanks for watching 9to5 Google on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe and enable notifications with the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. Whereas the Urbanista Paris felt like a nice homage to the original AirPods, the London follow a much more closely aligned design path with the AirPods Pro. For people looking for a cheaper alternative that includes all the bells and whistles that come with Apple's higher pricing, there has never been a better time to think about picking up a pair of Bluetooth buds. Sans case, it's actually eerie how closely the Urbanista London resemble AirPods Pro. This is a surefire way to attain mass market appeal, and the Ergonomics shape is one that makes sense to mimic. It's a tried and tested design that has clearly worked previously and is the reason why AirPods Pro are so popular. I actually love that shorter stem design from a stability and comfort aspect. Not having such a long dangling stem means the London feel slightly more snug in your ear. I also personally swapped out the earbud tips for the largest provided for a more full and secure fit as a result. With each earbud weighing around 5 grams, they are impressively lightweight too, especially when fitted. The carry case also includes USB-C and wireless charging capabilities, which are two important factors at this stage of 2020, that is for sure. Not having to worry about using a different cable means you can use existing chargers on top of the buds and case. That said, I can't say I'm a huge fan of the glossy pearl design, as I definitely prefer the matte finish of the Paris line. I have managed to pick up a few admittedly minor scuffs and scratches from slipping in and out of my pocket and leaving on rough surfaces though. This might not be a problem if you pick up one of the other colour options, that said. So because the design is so similar to the AirPods, the fit is more or less the exact same. Each bud is pretty bulbous, probably more so than any other earbuds I've tried at this stage of 2020. If you have smaller ears, this might be a bit of an issue. That said, once you find the earbud tip that fits snugly in your ear canal, you'll find the London stable and secure. The stem helps stabilise them much better when fitted, and I'd imagine this is great for people wanting a pair of earbuds for running and at the gym. I must admit the lack of fast pairing is undoubtedly going to be a bit of a disappointment for Android users out there, but considering how simple and easy it is to sync the London to your device, this is probably a non-issue all things considered. Just open the lid and head into your device settings to pair. Reopening the lid will instantly reconnect to the last device you paired with, whilst pressing the in-case button will unpair and allow you to connect to other wireless devices. Sound quality, of course, is the crux of any headphones. There is no denying that the standard profile of the Urbanista London leans heavily into the bass. This becomes slightly more pronounced when ANC is activated, which makes the sound feel ever so slightly more enclosed. Active noise cancellation is, of course, an acquired taste, especially that enclosed feel that it can have on some headphones. That said, the noise cancelling on the Urbanista London is by no means class leading, but it is enough to block out the low drone of nearby traffic, generic office chatter, and I'd imagine takes the edge off air travel. Urbanista have also enlisted the help of Axel Grell, formerly of Sennheiser, to tune the audio experience on these buds, and the result is controlled audio that manages to hit the mark more often than not. The 10mm drivers produce a nice crisp thumping bass, which is something I must say I'm a fan of. That said, it's not overpowering when listening to tracks that don't rely heavily on bass, and they definitely don't lack nuance. With a brand name such as Urbanista though, it's obvious that a bass is bound to be a prominent component in these earbuds. The soundstage is reasonably wide and spacious, although as you'd expect to an extent it feels far more enclosed when ANC is activated. I must say I do prefer it when it's active though, as it allows you to pinpoint the layers and edges of specific tracks that little bit better. No genre of music feels off limits, which is probably the highest compliment I can give them. I've not really been left wanting across the board. Audiophiles though will likely look elsewhere, whereas those just wanting a consistent audio experience will be pretty pleased no matter what they're listening to. My biggest gripe is having to activate ANC every single time you pop the Urbanista London in your ears. I must admit it would have been nice to have it active right away. That said, it isn't too much of a big deal. On top of that, call quality is surprisingly solid given the shorter stem design, with the dual noise cancelling microphone managing to remove quite a solid amount of background noise. Plus you'll be able to hear everyone out there with noise cancelling active. Each earbud includes a sensor that is able to detect when you have inserted them in your ears. Removing an earbud will instantly pause any currently playing audio and then restart when you return to your ear canal. This has been a really nice addition for when I've wanted to pay attention to an outside noise or speak to someone momentarily. Unfortunately, Urbanista still doesn't yet have a dedicated smartphone app for you to customize controls or even EQ settings on the London earbuds. That means you'll have to learn one of the following commands to get the most of them without reaching for your phone. So for starters, you'll have to hold the right logo for 2 seconds to activate ANC. Holding the left logo for 2 seconds will activate ambient mode. Tapping the R logo twice will activate Google Assistant. Tapping either earbud twice answers or ends phone calls. Touching the left earbud twice pauses and plays music. Single tapping the left earbud lowers the volume. Single tapping the right earbud raises the volume. And holding the left earbud for 2 seconds skips a track backward, while holding the right earbud for 2 seconds skips a track forward. I have to say I have found the tap-based controls a little finicky and inconsistent at times, but overall they are pretty easy to grasp. One area that is good but not quite as impressive on the Urbanista London is the battery life. You get around 25 hours with the carry case and buds being full. The firm rates the buds around 5 hours on a full charge, with the case providing 4 more full top-ups. That said, the carry case includes 4 white LEDs that will indicate the charge level on your earbuds. When placed on a charger, these will flash. Although a nice inclusion, I found them a little bit inaccurate at times and just used them as a baseline rather than exact estimates of remaining lifespan. Now, without ANC activated, I found 25 hours is probably about right for lifespan, although when you have ANC activated, then I'd say expect closer to 19 hours. In all honesty, this is probably enough for most people out there. That said, if you need or want 5+ hours per day on a single charge, then maybe an over-ear pair of headphones might be a better overall purchase. So in summary, the Urbanista London are yet another competitively priced pair of earbuds from the Swedish audio firm. A lack of aptX codec might be disappointing, but overall the sound profile is pretty decent, especially for bass heads out there. Like though any affordable alternative, there are a few minor flaws here and there. Considering that you get pretty impressive ANC for almost half the price of AirPods Pro, decent design and more colour options, they are pretty good value at under $150. But with all of that said, if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. But after all, this is Damien with 95 Google saying thanks for watching and I will speak to you later.